Gently touch them right in the middle of the forehead, in between the eyes. Everybody had a chance to do that? I want you to realize now that you're all a little bit more like me. A little touched in the head. About 3 months ago, I finished my first book. I'm hoping by the end of this year, I'll read my second. Actually, I read a book about 3 years ago. It's by a gentleman named Frank McKinney. It's called The Tap. I brought it here as proof to the story that I'm going to tell later on today. At the end of this, I'm going to talk a little bit about wanting to challenge you and maybe even give you a call to action. What I liked about the book and one of the stories in it, and I'm going to take a little bit of literary license with it. He talks about a man that worked late. I'm going to call this gentleman Frank. He worked late, 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. About 10 o'clock, he realized that he was a little bit hungry. But all the restaurants were pretty much not delivering food because he worked in the New York region and they had to be in the restaurant to take care of the in-restaurant customers. So he put his head down and he continued to work. Pulled out a power bar, maybe ate that. 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. He was finally finished work. He decided he was much too tired to drive home, even though he was hungry. He went down to the subway, paid his token, walked downstairs. Like any New Yorker, Anna, you can hopefully back me up on this. You don't go into a subway, especially one that's not well lit. If you do go into it, find a place that's you can kind of see everything happening. 2 o'clock in the morning, there's not many people out there. He did just that. He found a place pretty well lit, and he's waiting for the subway. Young man starts walking toward him, hands in his pocket, wearing nothing but a hoodie kind of sweatshirt. I think I forgot to say, this is like winter time, around this time of the year. Person's getting a little bit closer, got his hands in his pockets. All of a sudden, he pulls out a knife. He asks Frank for all his money. I'm just going to pull out my wallet. Pulls out his wallet, hands it to the young man. Wait a minute before you go. It's cold outside. That sweatshirt's not keeping you warm. Takes off his coat, hands it to the young man. Started a conversation with this person. Says, listen, you kind of woke me up a little bit. I've been working late. This is my favorite restaurant, right down the street, block and a half away. It's not healthy food, but the burgers and fries are great. He takes the boy, and he goes and buys him dinner. Waitress comes over, asks him if they wanted anything else. Says no. Puts the check down. I'll pick it up in a couple of minutes. He looks at the young man. He says, sooner or later, we all have to pay the bill. Boy was a little bit embarrassed. Kind of laughing a little bit, but, you know, a nerve kind of laugh. Said, I'd be more than happy to pay the bill, but you got all my money. Takes out the wallet, hands it back to Frank. Frank takes the wallet, pays the bill, takes what's resting in the wallet, and hands it back to the young man. As they walk outside, said one more thing. Pulls out his business card. Says, call me in a couple, 3 days. My company is always looking for people in an entry-level position. And worst case scenario, I have friends. They will be there for me, help you find a job. That is just one of the stories in Frank's book. He calls those tap moments. I call them touch moments because it touched my heart. And those are the kind of things that I think more people are needing right now than just that handshake. tap moments are more than just what you can do for other people. I've experienced tap moments myself in my own personal life. I don't want to get religious, but it's God kicking me in the butt. I don't know how many of you know, but I drank for 25 years. During that whole 25 years, I had little moments when I was pretty much told to stop drinking. A cop stops me, says, I'm going to give you a ticket for doing 44 and a 25. You were actually doing in excess of 50. Pay the ticket, don't go to the court, just pay it. That was a little kick. Fell asleep driving the car on the way home with friends. Drove up on the median. Woke me right up. No problem. Stopped drinking. Finally, a DUI. I always said if I ever get a DUI, I would stop drinking. 25 years later, DUI. Stop drinking! Made sense. Tap moments not only happen to you that you can give to somebody else, but also happens little messages that you hear from way, way deep down inside. So my challenge to you today, number one, think back on your life. Were there times when you saw that bum in the street and you didn't give him $1 or didn't even talk to him or walk by? Were there times when somebody or something deep down inside was trying to tell you something? Did you listen to it? And my challenge now, to take action. Once you start realizing, take action and see if there's some way that you can help yourself or others. Thank you.